SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. My name is Shagun Tiwari from Assistant Professor from IT and CS Department. So today we'll start with the course Data Structure, and the topic is nothing but the Introduction to Data Structure from the semester 3 of SY.BSC CS. So first of all, we'll see what is data. Okay, so data is nothing but a collection of informations, means any kind of information like temperature. If temperature is so and so, here we can see the example that temperature data is nothing but the temperature 35 degrees Celsius, and the conclusion will be it is hot. Okay, so any kind of data or any kind of information, we call it as a data. Okay, so different types of data are there. For example, textual data means anyone's name. If we write anything in word in alphabetical form, so that is nothing but the textual data. Numerical data, when we write our mobile number, for example, or anything in the numeral form, are known as numeric. Then audio is also a type of data, means any audio recording. So this is nothing but the data only. And even video, which is having voice plus picture, so that is also data. So there are n number of types of data we are dealing with nowadays. So next, if we talk about the computers, so there we are having, just as we said, means we are having alphabets and then we are having numbers. So these are nothing but the data types. So now we'll see what is the data type and what is the data structure. So data type is nothing but integers. If we are dealing with any integer or any characters, means any string. So strings like alphabets, characters, A, B, C, D. So these all are nothing but the data types. Now we arrange this data in a specific format, so that is nothing but the data structure. So any application and program, we read data or store data for temporary purpose or for the permanent purpose. So there data is nothing but any kind of information. Okay, and if we represent it in characters form or integers form, that is known as data type. And then just like data types, it could be character, float, integers. Means if we are dealing with any pointers value, means with decimals, so that is nothing but the float. So data type is nothing but a domain, allowed values, and a set of operations on these values. Okay, so compilers, if we talk about the any computer language, so compiler compiles that data types. So compiler signal an error if the wrong operations we do. Okay, so for example, if we are entering characters, so we cannot multiply character. If we try to multiply the characters, so it's not possible. Means how I can multiply my name, it's not possible, right? So multiplication operation is only applicable for the numbers, not for the characters, means not for the alphabets. Okay, so in case of the compiler, then it will show the error. So every specific data type is having their specific operations. Okay, so for example, here we can see if the data type is boolean, character, or integer. So boolean is nothing but, if we talk about the domain, so it is having only boolean, having only two numbers, zeros and 1, and characters are represented in the ASCII values. Integers are negative numbers to positive numbers, means negative integers to positive integers, including zeros. So we perform multiple operations on that. Like if we talk about the operations, so we can perform and or equals to operations on the boolean or binary data types. Then characters, so in that case we can perform equals to operation, less than, greater than, operations over there on the characters. Then if we talk about the integers, we can add, subtract, multiply, divide integers easily. Okay, so these are nothing but the data types with those who are having their own domains and operations. Okay, so now the next, data types and data structure. So simple data type is also known as atomic data type and have no component parts like integers, characters, floats. They cannot be further divided. They are nothing but the unit data types. Okay, like if we want to divide the integers, so division is nothing but any division of any integer. Okay, we cannot further divide that data type. So what is data structure? So a particular way of storing and organizing data in computer so that it can be used efficiently and effectively. So that is nothing but the data structure. If we use a specific format or a method to organize the data. So data structure is nothing but the logical and the mathematical model of a particular organization of data. So that is nothing but the data structure. If we organize our data in the form of logical and the mathematical models, so a group of data elements grouped together under one name as for example array. So array is array of integers. So array of integer is nothing but the data structure. Array is a type, is a data structure. So if we talk about the data types and data structure, then structured data type. So if we can broke our data in different components, so that is nothing but the structured data, which we stored in a specific structured format. So that data type is known as the structured data type. Then here we are going to discuss about the types of the data structure. What are the different types of the data structure? So first is nothing but the array. Here you can see we are having a continuous memory block where we can store our data in each and every block. So each and every block will be having their own indexes. In case of the array, each and every block is having their own indexes, and this indexes starts from the 0. Okay, so if we are having array of size n, so then there will be n minus 1 indexes in your arrays. After that we can see the linked list. Okay, so here in the form of linked list we are having nodes, means each and every block we are is known as the node. Okay, so here each block will be having two parts. One is the data and other is the address of the next node. So in case of the last node, their address will be null because further nodes are not available. So that is known as linked list. Then here we are having tree. So just like our family tree, we used to make our family tree, the data is also can be stored in the form of the trees. So the upper node is known as the root node, and after that every node is known as child. For example, if this tree is having two childs, left child and right child. Okay, so again that child again can have the leaf nodes. Here also each and every circular block is known as node where we store our data, and that link edges will be the directing us towards the next node. The next data structure is the queue. So this data structure work in FIFO. Like we make queue for admission purpose or any queue which we use in our regular life. So there what we are having the front of the queue and the end, means the person who is standing first in the queue, that is nothing but the front, and the person who is standing in the last of that queue, that end is known as rear end. Okay, so just like real life queue, this data structure works in FIFO only, means those who will be the first will be accessed first. So queue works on the FIFO. After that, we are having stack. Stack is a data structure whose one end is closed. This works in the LIFO manner, means if we want to store the data, so two operations are used for that, push and pop. We use push operation to insert the data into a stack, and we for pop operation is used for removing the data from the stack. So this is nothing but the data types of the data structure. So why we need the data structure? Okay, so first, the main goal of the data structure is nothing but the organizing data. Second criteria means to facilitate the efficiency, means storage of data, retrieval of data, and manipulation of data through data structure is easy. If we know how we have stored the data in an organized manner, in that case we can easily perform all three operations efficiently. And at the end, design issues, means select and design appropriate data is the main motive, means every one of us are having the different method of working. So that's why we use different types of data structures, so that we can organize our data as per our convenience. So next is the data structure operations. What kind of operations we can perform on the data structures? So navigations means there we can access the each and every element of the data once the certain atom is of the data may be processed. Then we can perform searching. We can search any element from the data structure. We can insert elements into the data structure. If we want to insert any new element in the data structure, we can even delete the data items if we want. We can delete the data from the data structure, and deletion means we can remove the data. Then sorting, we can arrange the data in ascending or descending order. Then merge, we can combine two or more data structure into one. So these are nothing but the data structure operations we can perform in any types of data structure. Thank you.